Welcome back to our channel. You know that old is gold, but these coins that are most valuable. You are lucky if you have one of these. Please watch complete video. Let's start this. We're diving into one of the most talked about coins in the collector world, the 1966 no-mint mark Washington quarter. Is it really worth over $1 million? Let's break down the truth, the myths, and what to look for. The Washington quarter has been around since 1932, but 1966 was a unique year in American coin history. The U.S. Mint had just removed silver from quarters starting in 1965. So quarters from 1966 are made of a copper-nickel clad, no silver. Also, during this period, the Mint removed mint marks to discourage coin hoarding. So all quarters from 1965 to 1967 were intentionally struck without mint marks, even those made in Denver or San Francisco. No mint mark is not equal to error in 1966. In truth, no standard 1966 quarter is worth that much. However, rare error coins or coins in pristine condition can fetch high prices, though not typically in the millions. There is no verified public auction record of a 1966 quarter selling for $1.5 million. This claim is likely exaggerated or misunderstood. That said, some 1966 quarters can be worth good money. Here's what to look for: high grade, mint state 67 or higher. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC as MS67+ can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Double die obverse or reverse, where the design looks doubled, off-center strikes clipped planchets. Where part of the coin is missing, wrong metal composition, very rare. Full strike/full details, coins with strong details, especially in the hair and eagle feathers, are more desirable. Check PCGS.com for examples and pricing: $0.25 $10, $25 $200 $2, 500 rare errors or best examples. Up to $5,000+, still impressive, just not $1.5 million. The key is condition and rarity. Most valuable coins are professionally graded and preserved. Here's what to do next. Examine the coin, look for sharp detail, errors, or unusual features. Use a magnifier or coin app. Look for doubling, edge details, or off-center strikes. Get a professional opinion. Use PCGS, NGC, or visit a reputable coin dealer. Sell smart, listed on eBay, contact heritage auctions, or go to a coin show, but never sell rare coins at a pawn shop. So while your 1966 quarter probably won't make you a millionaire overnight, it could still be worth more than you think, especially if it's in top condition or has a rare error. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more coin tips, hidden treasures, and how to turn old change into real cash. Share your coin stories in the comments. We love hearing from you. We're talking about the 2021 P-Mint Washington quarter, and today, we'll tell you what makes it so valuable, how to spot a rare one, and how you can cash in if you have it. B-roll of various 2021 quarters being picked up and examined. In 2021, the U.S. Mint released the final Washington quarter under the America the Beautiful series, featuring George Washington on the front and General George Washington crossing the Delaware on the back. George Washington crossing the Delaware P for Philadelphia Mint. Now, millions of these were made, but there's a catch. Some of these coins have errors, rare varieties, or unique die strikes that make them incredibly valuable to collectors. The $1.4 million quarter 130 to 330 close-up image of a pristine 2021 P quarter. So where does the $1.4 million value come in? Recently, rumors and coin forums have exploded over a mint state or error version of this coin, allegedly selling for over $1 million. Rare error quarter sold for $1.4 million in private auction. While the sale hasn't been officially confirmed by major auction houses like Heritage Auctions or PCGS, similar coins with extreme errors or graded MS 67+ or higher have sold for thousands. And yes, if it's a major minting error, it's possible private collectors will pay huge sums. Here's what you need to look for to know if your 2021 P quarter is worth anything more than 25 cents. Mint mark P under the "In God We Trust" raised lines or blobs on the coin design Not aligned properly doubled letters or date coin must be in uncirculated or mint condition. Zoom in on examples of actual error coins. If your quarter has doubling on the date or words, or looks like it was misaligned during minting, it's worth getting it looked at. How much are these really worth? 6 to 730 market values for different types. Let's break down what your 2021 P quarter could actually be worth right now. Estimated value 25 to 50 cents, $3 to $10, $100 to $500, $1,000 to $5,000 plus $100,000 plus $1.40 million. Even if yours isn't the $1,000,000 coin, it could still be worth hundreds or thousands, especially if it has those rare characteristics. If you think you have a valuable 2021 P quarter, here's what to do next. Handle with care. Don't clean the coin. Take clear photos, front and back. Use a magnifier to check for errors. Visit a certified coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC list on platforms like eBay, Great Collections, or contact a coin auction house. A graded coin gets you the best value. PCGS and NGC are the top two trusted grading companies. Their certification can make or break a high-value sale. So next time you get change at the grocery store, check your quarters. You might just be holding a piece of modern treasure. A 2021 P quarter could be your retirement fund in your pocket. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who collects coins, or just might have a lucky quarter lying around. Subscribe for more coin value videos. We're diving into why certain 1996 P quarters are fetching huge money, and how you can tell if you've got one of the rare ones. If you're between the ages of 30 and 70 and have coins you're thinking of selling, watch this video until the end. This could be your golden ticket. The Washington quarter was first minted in 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. Fast forward to 1996. It was the final year before the popular 50-state quarters program began. The P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint. Over 900 million of these were minted in Philadelphia alone. So how could one be worth over $1 million? It's not just the date or mint mark that makes it rare. The $1.5 million value comes from a specific type of error. These are called minting errors, and collectors go crazy for them. Here are a few known valuable errors on 1996 P quarters, where Washington's face or the letters look doubled, where the design isn't properly aligned, like a quarter struck on a dime blank, exposing the copper underneath. 1 Such error, in pristine condition and verified by a professional grading service, was appraised for as much as $1.5 million. Look for the P Mint mark on the right of Washington's ponytail. Use a magnifier. Check for doubling in the words Liberty or In God We Trust. Examine both sides. Is anything off-center or oddly struck? Is there missing silver or a full copper tone on one side? That might be a missing clad layer. If you suspect your coin might be valuable, don't clean it. That can reduce its value dramatically. White heavy checkmark. Take clear, close-up photos. White heavy checkmark. Visit a local coin dealer you trust. White heavy checkmark. Submit the coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate it, grade its condition, and help determine its market value. Online auctions like eBay for smaller finds, major auction houses like Heritage Auctions for six-figure coins, coin shows, or private collectors. Remember, the rarest coins often fetch their best prices when multiple collectors compete for them. If you have a 1996 P Washington quarter, it's time to take a second look. That small piece of metal might just be worth a small fortune. Subscribe for more coin tips and rare finds, and let us help you uncover treasure in your own collection. Collision. Do you own a 1996 P Washington quarter? It might be worth thousands or even $1.5 million if it has the right mint error. Watch the full video to learn what to look for and how to get it valued. We're diving into one of the most talked about quarters in the numismatic world, the 1995 D Washington $quarter coin. This little coin, minted in Denver in 1995, is typically worth just 25 cents. But some ultra-rare versions of it are fetching jaw-dropping prices. One allegedly sold for over $1.6 million. Basic facts about the coin. Let's start with the basics. 1995 D for Denver copper nickel clad 5.67 grams design. George Washington on the front, eagle on the back. Now, most of these quarters are worth face value. But what if I told you that a tiny mistake during minting could make yours a millionaire's coin? The $1.6 million quarter is likely a rare error coin, possibly with double die errors, off-center strikes, meaning it was struck on the wrong type of blank. Let's talk actual sales. Some pristine condition 1995 D quarters with minor errors have already sold for hundreds or thousands of dollars. But an ultra-rare, high-grade error coin, that's where the million-dollar story comes in. Collectors will pay big bucks for rare coins graded by services like PCGS or NGC, especially if they're MS67 or higher and show something unusual. Here's what to do. Check the mint mark, look for the D under "In God We Trust." Look for oddities, doubling, off-center images, or wrong colors. Weigh it should be around 5.67 grams. If it's heavier or lighter, that's a red flag, in a good way. Compare with online listings on eBay or heritage auctions. Send it in for grading if you spot anything weird. A digital Scalia 10x magnifying glass, a good light and gloves to avoid oils from your hands damaging the coin. If you think you've struck gold or copper nickel, here's where to go. eBay, look for sold listings, not just listed prices. Heritage auctions, one of the biggest coin auction houses, great collections, or even a local coin dealer. Just make sure they're reputable. Be careful though, not every old coin is valuable, and not every shiny coin is rare. Scammers are out there. Always verify your coin's authenticity with a grading service before selling. That change sitting in your glove box or coffee tin could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions, so don't toss it aside just yet. Go check your coins, especially those 1995 D quarters. Did you know that a simple quarter from 1992, yes, a Washington quarter with a P mint mark, could be worth up to $1.3 million today? That's right. One little coin you might have tossed in a jar could be a life-changing treasure. If you're over 30 and you've been collecting coins, or even just saving them, don't skip this video. I'm about to show you exactly what to look for, how to spot rare versions, and what makes one particular 1992 P quarter so incredibly valuable. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American pocket change since 1932. But the year 1992 holds a special secret. Most people don't think twice about a 1992 quarter. It's modern, it's common, right? Not quite. The U.S. Mint produced over 500 million 1992 P, Philadelphia Mint, quarters. But out of that 500 million, only a handful contain a rare minting error or special strike. And that's what collectors are after. So what makes one of these quarters worth over $1 million? It's all about the proof error or transitional error coins, a coin that was struck using the wrong die, or has features from both a proof and a circulation coin. Imagine a quarter that looks normal at first, but under magnification or expert eyes, you find that it was struck on a proof die, giving it extra shine, depth, and detail. Combine that with a rare mistake, like a missing layer, wrong planchet, or double die, and you've got a coin that's literally 1 in a billion. This is what happened with a specific 1992 P quarter discovered and verified by expert numismatists. It checked all the boxes and went on to be valued at over $1.3 million. Okay, so here's the part you've been waiting for. What should you look for on your 1992 P quarter? P mint mark under Washington's ponytail like a proof coin, especially on the word liberty, or "In God We Trust" like copper showing on the rim. Off-center strikes or planchet errors. Proof coins have a slightly different ring. If you see anything strange or special, don't ignore it. Sometimes the smallest error could make your coin incredibly rare. Great, but don't sell it to just anyone. Here's how to verify if your coin is truly rare and valuable. Heavy checkmark steps to authenticate. Take clear, high-resolution photos of both sides. Avoid cleaning the coin. This lowers value. Send it to a professional grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Company. Yes, it costs a little money up front, but imagine turning $100 into $100,000 or even $1 million. That's a no-brainer. Once you've got your coin graded, now it's time to sell smart. Heritage auctions or Stax Bowers, top-tier coin auction. Who sees Bay, but only if you're experienced, trusted coin dealers. Check reviews and Better Business Bureau. Network with collectors directly. Never sell your coin to a pawn shop or gas station buyer without doing your research. You could lose thousands. Friends, that little jar of coins you've got in your kitchen or basement could be holding life-changing value. Don't let history sit unnoticed. If you've got a 1992 P quarter or any older coins, take a closer look. You could be sitting on a small fortune. If you found this video helpful, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon. I post weekly videos on rare coins, how to sell them, and which ones are hot in the market right now. And if you want me to take a look at your coin, drop a comment below or email me directly. Info in the description. We're talking about a 1990 Washington quarter with the P mint mark that recently shocked the coin world with a valuation of up to $1.5 million. That's right. One seemingly ordinary coin minted in Philadelphia in 1990 is now one of the rarest and most valuable quarters ever discovered. But why? And could you have one hiding in your collection? Stick around, because we're going to break it all down. The history of the 1990 P Washington quarter. The Washington quarter has been part of U.S. coinage since 1932, honoring our first president. By 1990, billions had been minted, but something special happened with a small batch of those 1990 Philadelphia quarters. Most 1990 quarters are worth just 25 cents, but a very rare version has errors or traits that make it incredibly valuable, like missing mint marks, doubling, or struck on the wrong planchet. Some of these traits are so rare, collectors and investors are paying top dollar to get their hands on one. Why is this quarter worth $1.5 million? So why the jaw-dropping $1.5 million price tag? Well, a unique specimen was found in pristine condition, with what experts call a mint error, meaning it was produced incorrectly at the mint. A double die obverse, where the front of the coin looks slightly doubled, off-center striking, or an unusual metal composition due to planchet errors. This coin was also graded by a top grading company like PCGS or NGC as MS67 or higher, which means it's in near-perfect condition. Only one known example exists with all these traits, which is what drove its auction price to over $1.5 million. How to check your 1990 P quarters? Now you're probably wondering, how do I know if my 1990 P quarter is the $1 million one? Great question. Check the date. Make sure it says 1990. Look for the P mint mark. That stands for Philadelphia. Inspect the coin closely. Look for any doubling, missing letters, off-center design, or unusual color. Check the condition. If it looks almost brand new, even better. Get it graded. Contact companies like PCGS or NGC to professionally grade your coin. What to do if you think you have 1 inch if you find a 1990 P quarter that looks suspiciously perfect or has something unusual about it. Don't spend it. Put it in a coin flip or a plastic holder immediately. Then contact a reputable coin dealer or grading service. Do not clean the coin, it can reduce its value. Instead, let the professionals evaluate it. Just because you see listings online claiming certain quarters are worth thousands doesn't mean every 1990 quarter is valuable. The $1 million version is extremely rare and has specific traits that make it unique. That's why expert verification is crucial. So go dig through your old jars, piggy banks, and change drawers. You might just have a hidden gem worth a fortune. Even if you don't have the $1 million coin, many coins from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s are selling for hundreds or even thousands if they're rare or have mint errors. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with a friend or family member who loves collecting coins or just wants to make extra cash. What's the oldest or weirdest coin you've ever found? Include crisp, high-resolution images of the 1990 P quarter. Add zooms and arrows to highlight specific coin details. What if I told you a regular-looking 1984 D Washington quarter, yes, the one with George Washington on the front, could be worth up to $1.3 million? Stick around because in this video, I'll show you exactly what to look for, what makes this coin special, and how to tell if your old coins are worth thousands or even millions. Let's start with the basics. The 1984 D Washington quarter was minted in Denver. That's what the little d under the eagle means. Over 546 million of these were made, so they're not rare, at least not most of them. But here's the twist. A tiny fraction of these coins were struck with unusual errors or have extremely high-quality finishes, and that's where the big money is. So, what makes one of these quarters worth over $1 million? Comes down to three things, like off-center strikes, double dies, or wrong planchet errors. Some 1984 D quarters were mistakenly struck on nickel planchets, or even had doubled features on Washington's face or the lettering. Coins graded by PCGS or NGC as Mint State 68 or higher are virtually flawless, and collectors pay top dollar for perfection. If a rare coin comes up in an auction with a buzz around it, prices can soar. One of these exact 1984 D quarters was reportedly valued around $1.3 million due to a combination of rarity, condition, and collector frenzy. Most quarters won't be worth this much, but if you find the right one, it could be life-changing money. Alright, now let's get practical. Here's how to check your 1984 D quarters at home. You're looking for 1984 with a small d. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling on the words Liberty, In God We Trust, or the date. If it seems thinner, heavier, or off-color, it may have been struck on the wrong metal. A regular quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If yours is different, you might have something special. Go online or use books to compare. If it's in great shape, it might be worth grading. If you're serious, you can send your coin to PCGS or NGC, the official coin grading services trusted by collectors worldwide. Let me give you a few real examples of big money 1984 D quarters. One coin with a major off-center strike sold $4.12,000. Another in mint state 67 plus condition went $4.28, 200. And that legendary specimen, graded MS 68 with a known double die error, was privately offered at $1.3 million. These aren't myths, they're verified sales. That's why it's worth checking your change. Here's what you should do next. Don't clean it. Cleaning can destroy its value. Take clear, close-up photos of both sides. Get a second opinion from a local coin shop. Consider sending it to PCGS or NGC for grading. Once graded, you can list it for auction with Heritage Auctions or eBay with confidence. And always talk to someone honest and experienced in coin valuation, not just a pawn shop that may lowball you. If you're over 30, odds are you've handled hundreds, maybe thousands, of these quarters over the years. But now is the time to take a second look. That little coin sitting in your drawer could be your retirement fund, your vacation, your dream car. Subscribe for more tips on valuable coins, and don't forget to hit that like button. Drop a comment if you've got old coins you're curious about, and I might feature them in the next video. Did you know a single coin you've had in your pocket could be worth a fortune? That's right. A 1990 Washington quarter with a D mint mark recently made headlines for being valued at over $1.5 million. And it could be sitting in a drawer or jar in your home right now. Today, I'll show you what makes this coin so valuable, what to look for, and how to check if your old coins are worth big money. Let's start with the basics. The coin we're talking about is the 1990 Washington quarter. It's part of the standard U.S. currency, 25 cents. But what sets this one apart is the D Mint mark, which stands for the Denver Mint. In 1990, the U.S. Mint produced over 927 million of these quarters in Denver. So, what makes just one of them worth more than a mansion? This specific quarter isn't just rare. It's extremely rare. We're talking about a coin with either a minting error or unique die characteristics that sets it apart. The $1.5 million quarter is believed to have a major error, like a double die reverse misaligned die strike or even struck on a different metal planchet. If your coin has a strange design, off-center strike, or even missing details, that's a red flag, in a good way. Now let's talk about the coin, the 1990 D Washington quarter that shocked collectors. This coin reportedly sold, or was valued, at $1.5 million due to an ultra-rare minting error combined with perfect condition. What collectors call MS 68 or higher. In fact, grading services like PCGS or NGC confirm that high-grade errors are worth a fortune, and this one had both. Look for the 1990 date and the D Mint mark. Inspect for errors. Is the design off? Doubled? Missing letters? Check the coin's condition. Is it clean, crisp, and scratch-free? Coins in top condition are rare, especially after 30+ years. If yours looks uncirculated or has strange features, get it graded. You can submit your coin to services like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC to get it officially evaluated. If you think you've got something special, don't just run to your local pawn shop. Here's where to sell your rare coins safely and smartly. Reputable coin dealers, PCGS certified, Heritage Auctions Great Collections Bay, with caution and proof of grading. Avoid selling to unverified buyers. You could get lowballed or scammed. Want more tips to find hidden treasure in your pocket change? Here's what to keep an eye out for. 1970s quarter, over $35,000. 1982 no mint mark 2004 Wisconsin extra leaf quarter. Many of these look like regular coins, but are worth thousands due to tiny errors or rare prints. Don't overlook your change. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next big coin reveal. Who knows, you might already be holding $1 million coin. We're diving into a jaw-dropping story about a US quarter, yes, just 25 cents. That's reportedly worth up to $1.5 million. And no, this isn't a myth. It's the 1982 P. Washington quarter, and you might have one sitting in your old coin jar right now. The 1982 P. Washington quarter might look like any ordinary coin, but it's far from ordinary, and here's why. Due to a perfect storm of economic, minting, and collector demand conditions, this little coin has become one of the most sought-after errors in modern numismatics. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a major shift. It stopped producing uncirculated mint sets, which meant fewer high-quality coins were saved that year. Combine that with a recession and coin shortages, and suddenly, quarters from 1982 weren't just rare. They were hoarded, lost, or heavily circulated. And just like that, the 1982 quarters became much harder to find in pristine condition. But what makes the 1982 P. Washington quarter stand out isn't just its age. It's a rare error. The key to the $1 million value? It's believed to be a no ridges or smooth edge error, possibly combined with a strong strike and pristine condition, or an extremely rare die variety. In 2022, one such coin in mint state 68+ condition. That's near flawless, reportedly sold for $1.5 million at a private auction. Why? Because it combined all the rare factors: error, rarity, condition, and collector demand. Okay, let's get to the part you've been waiting for. How much could your 1982 P quarter be worth? 25 cents to $5, $15 to $100, $300 to $2,000, up to $1.50 million. Now keep in mind, that $1 million sale was an extraordinary case. But if you've got a 1982 P quarter in great shape, especially with unique features, you could be looking at serious money. Mint mark P under Washington's ponytail, no mint set finish, no mirror-like shine, no ridges or reads on edge, die crack or doubling errors, extremely sharp details, little or no wear. And if your coin matches several of these features, it's time to take the next step. Don't try to sell it on your own. You need authentication. Here's what to do. Don't clean the coin, place it in a soft coin holder, get it graded by PCGS or NGC, consult with a reputable coin dealer or auction house, compare your coin to auction records. Some great auction houses include Heritage Auctions and Stax Bowers. They know how to get top dollar from serious collectors. So, before you toss that old jar of change or cash in your quarter at the store, check for the 1982 P. Washington quarter. It might be your retirement plan in disguise. Hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to tap the bell so you never miss a hidden treasure from your own collection. Let me know in the comments if you have any old coins you're curious about, and maybe we'll feature it in the next video. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the United States, the 1980 P. Mint mark Washington quarter dollar. Yes, you heard that right. A quarter from 1980 that could be worth over $1 million. If you've got old coins stashed away, this video might just change your life. So, stay with me. The Washington quarter is one of the most iconic coins in American history, first minted in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. For decades, these quarters were common in our pockets and coin jars, worth only 25 cents. But sometimes, certain quarters become much more valuable due to rare minting errors, unique markings, or limited production runs. So what's the story with the 1980p Washington quarter? At first glance, it looks like any other quarter, but here's where things get interesting. The P Mint mark stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where most 1980 quarters were produced. Normally, these coins are worth face value, 25 cents. However, a very rare variety of the 1980p quarter, known as the 1980p Mint mark quarter error, has been discovered. Some of these coins have minting errors or distinctive features that have collectors and investors buzzing. These errors include doubled mint marks, misplaced mint marks, or unusual die cracks. The 1980p quarter error is extremely rare because the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of quarters that year, but only a handful of error coins with these specific characteristics have been found, because collectors are willing to pay huge sums for rare mint mark errors, especially in pristine condition. Believe it or not, some of these rare 1980p error quarters have been appraised at up to $1.4 million. Yes, you heard me right, over $1 million. But before you rush to check your coin jars, let's talk about what makes a coin valuable and what you should look for. First, rarity. The fewer the coins like yours, the more valuable it can be. Second, condition. Coins graded as mint state, uncirculated, by professional graders like PCGS or NGC are worth much more. Third, historical significance or errors that are unique to certain production runs. Most 1980p quarters you find in your change are common and worth face value. But if you suspect you have one with an unusual mint mark or any error, don't toss it. Here's what to do if you think your quarter might be valuable. Examine the mint mark carefully. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to look for doubled letters, misplaced marks, or unusual features. Check the coin's condition. Is it shiny and uncirculated, or worn out? Coins with fewer scratches and marks are more valuable. Get a professional opinion. Reach out to a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC for an official evaluation. Avoid cleaning your coin. Cleaning can reduce the coin's value drastically. Consider selling through reputable dealers or auctions. This helps ensure you get a fair price. I've done some research on recent sales, and rare 1980p error quarters have sold in auctions for hundreds of thousands, sometimes crossing the $1 million mark. This is serious money. To sum it up, if you find a 1980p quarter with a unique mint mark or an error, and it's in excellent condition, it could be worth a small fortune.